Welcome to the Supreme Court Library's Legal Research Using the Library video series. In this video, we will show you how to create an effective search strategy using advanced operators. For more information about the library's resources and services, visit our website or contact us via email or our online form. Constructing a search statement based on the legal question you're investigating allows you to better retrieve information from databases. You can construct a search strategy using the following steps. Number 1, identify the keywords. These will be the key legal points you want to find information on. Number 2, brainstorm any synonyms that might also be used to refer to these terms in the literature you want to find. Using a legal dictionary or encyclopedia can be really handy with this step. Number 3, link your terms with operators such as or, and, not, proximity operators, parentheses, and phrase searching. Now I'm going to quickly go through an example. In this example, a security officer has been assaulted by a patron while working at a nightclub. The defendant in this instance has been charged with serious assault on a person performing a lawful duty under Section 340 of the Criminal Code. However, does the security officer correctly fall within this category as set out in Section 340? In this question, there are a fair few keywords that you could use in your search. The keywords, though, are the words that are essential to the legal issue. So they're things in this example like security officer, as they're the category of person we're looking into to see whether they fit into this Section 340. Serious assault, as this is the offence that has been committed, Section 340, Criminal Code, and lawful duty, as this is the term that we really want to find out about the scope of its definition. Once I have identified the keywords, I'll also want to think about whether there are any alternative terms that are used to refer to my keywords, but that will also appear in the kind of information I want to find. In this particular example, most of the terms have quite a specific legal meaning. However, there are a couple of different terms that could potentially be used to refer to security officer, the most common being security guard and bouncer. Bouncer may be a bit too colloquial to appear in, say, commentary or cases, but is a term that might appear in journal articles discussing this issue. To help the database interpret the terms and bring back more relevant results, there are a number of operators you can use to join the words in your search. So the first one that's on the list there, the and, goes in between any of your distinct keywords. And what it does is it tells the database to search for both of those words in any of the documents it has in its collection. So both the word child and abuse would appear in any documents that I retrieve back from doing a search using that particular example. The operator or goes in between any of those synonyms that you brainstormed and tells the database to search for either of those terms in the documents, but just lets it know that you don't need both of them in there. So in this example, it would pull back documents that might interchangeably refer to children as teenagers or youths, or it might exclusively use the term teenager or exclusively youth. Not excludes a term. So if you're finding that you're doing searches and you're coming up with results that have one particular word that is or term that is not relevant to your particular legal issue, you can exclude all those documents by putting a not at the end of your search string and then the term that keeps popping up that's bringing back irrelevant results. The next one on the list there, the quotation marks, this is called phrase searching, and it goes around any legal terms that you have in your inquiry that may involve more than one word. So for example, double jeopardy, it's a legal term that involves two words. It's a very specific term. If you didn't have quotation marks around both of those words, it'd pull back documents that have the word doubled in one sentence and jeopardy in the other. So obviously, since that's not directly talking about double jeopardy, those results are unlikely to be particularly relevant. So you don't necessarily want those. The next one on the list there, the truncation mark, goes at the end of a term and it searches for alternative endings to that particular word. So amend, amendment, amending, all of those alternative endings would also appear in the documents that get pulled back as well and can still be relevant. The last one on the list there is a particularly handy one, and is one that's supported by most subscription databases. It's called a proximity operator, and what it is it's a dash and then you nominate a number. And what it does is when you put it in between two words, it tells the database to search for those two words on either side within a defined proximity to one another. So in the example on the board there, security-5 of officer means that the database will pull back documents that have security within 5 words of officer. So then what you can do is apply these operators to the keywords and synonyms that you've come up with. So and goes in between all of the keywords that you have there, and or in between all of the synonyms. You put quotation marks around any of those words those terms that have more than one word, and you can put in any truncation marks at this point as well, or any proximity operators. And then what you do is basically flatten out that table so that you have your keyword number 1 followed by an or and any synonyms that you've come up with, and then your following keywords. Again, you can see that you've got quotation marks around any of those words involving more than one word. Or for any of those examples, like the first example where you've actually got a common word that you're sort of repeating more than once, so you've got security officer and security guard, what you can do, since security is common to both the officer and guard, is you can put security at the front within 5 of officer or guard, and then your following keywords, and that creates a really effective search and is a little bit tricky and fun as well. Thank you for watching this video. You can find more videos like this on the Supreme Court Library's website or YouTube channel. If you have any further questions about legal research or using the library's resources, please don't hesitate to contact the library via email or our online form.